Welcome to Islanders Insider. I'm Stephen King coming to you from the locker room once again. Today we're talking Islanders basketball with head coaches Willis Wilson of the men's program and Royce Chadwick of the women's program. We also have a feature coming up today on Islander women's basketball player Jasmine Shaw. We're going to start things off right now talking men's basketball with the head coach, Coach Willis Wilson. Coach, how are you?
Doing well.
It was a good week, excuse me. You are doing well, picking up 2 wins over Central Arkansas and Oral Roberts at home, and definitely home fans got some entertaining basketball. There was no doubt. In the process, kind of solidifying your spot in 3rd position in the Southland Conference, but with 4 games remaining, there's still some possible maneuvering available in this. Yeah, no one probably other than Stephen F. Austin seems to kind of maybe have a lock on their position, but it's very intriguing the way the standings are working out.
Yeah, I mean this is kind of the pattern that's been in place for us. We've kind of hovered here around that 3rd spot, at times as high as 2nd, at times as low as 4th. But if we can keep winning, we'll assure ourselves no worse than a 3rd place finish. But you got to win. The bottom line is we've got a number of games left, still 4 games. The good news is that we've got 3 of those at home and just 1 on the road. So you got to take care of business. You can't have any mental breakdowns at this time of the year.
No doubt. Game 1 of the week was the Central Arkansas matchup on Thursday at the American Bank Center against Central Arkansas. 66% shooting, 5 guys in double figures, and 2 others 1 bucket away from being in double figures as well. That type of team game has just got to be really uplifting as a staff, like saying, hey, we're doing something right.
Well, game in and game out, that's kind of been the case for us, and we've kind of touched on it all along. We're not a one-man team, and the fact is things do start with John Jordan, but they certainly don't end there. Our big guys have been a presence in league play, have shot the ball extremely well, extremely high percentages for all of our bigs. The nice thing is that the way we play and with our style, it's really, really challenging to double up. People have made a concerted effort to take John Jordan away and really try to keep him out of the paint, and as a result of that, those big guys open it up when we dump it inside to them, and when they collapse on them, our outside shooting has been very, very steady, and it's the kind of shooting that you'd like to see as a coach this time of year.
There's no doubt. It was exceptional. The shooting has been solid, and as we went forward to Oral Roberts, you mentioned John Jordan's name, and this was the interesting statistic that was noted in the release that came out afterwards. That John was involved, 25 of the last 26 points of the game. He either scored them or gave the assist on that. It was one of those times where you said there's a time in a game and a lot of circumstances this year where he needs to take over and run this team.
Well, I think that's one of the things that's been underappreciated about John, his ability to control the tempo and to run the team, play the floor game. I think is maybe a little bit more appropriate, but down the stretch we've seen it over and over again in tight games and close games. We want the ball in his hands.
Another gentleman who may have not dominated the stat sheet, as you mentioned, but had an outstanding performance, at least in my opinion, was Joy Williamson. Joy Williamson, what he did on the floor defensively was exceptional. Like I said, it may not be on the stat sheet, but in the film, it's there.
There's no doubt. And the one thing that we didn't have earlier in the year was a guy that took a lot of pride in being a defensive stopper. Joy's had that ability, and he's kind of done that for us at times. But it just seems like since we've been in conference play, he's taken so much pride in being a lockdown defender. And not only that, but giving us the enthusiasm. I was kind of caught myself watching the game at the end, just watching how hard both teams were playing in that Oral Roberts game, the level of intensity on the defensive side, and Joy was certainly a spark plug for us. But he just lifted up guys like Brandon Pye that you don't normally talk about the defensive plays that a guy like Brandon makes on the floor, but I could just see him playing with energy. Jay Coher is another guy that gives us a lot of that energy. Hamid Ali, just across the board, the effort that Zane Knowles gave us, just his energy and going after rebounds and making it challenging for the ORU big guys. It was just a fun game to watch. It was a big-time college basketball game.
It was definitely probably one of the most exciting games that's been at the American Bank Center in a long time, with both teams playing very well. You couldn't ask for more drama, overtime, etc. And, of course, the good guys won in the end.
Well, and the thing that excited me after the game, and I don't normally show a lot of excitement, but I certainly did in this one in the locker room with the guys. But the reason why I was so excited was the number of defensive stops we got at the end of the game. It seemed like that we had a chance to kind of salt the game away and put it away with 9 seconds to go on an inbound play. A little bit of a controversial call, but the ball goes back to Oral Roberts right under their basket. And so we've got to defend a full 9 seconds. And our guys came up big again in that situation. And so when you win games with defense at the end, I think it gives everybody a lot of confidence. And that's certainly what we need going forward as we approach postseason.
One of your big fellas. We talk about Rashawn Thomas a lot. I really want to talk about Zane Knowles, though. Zane Knowles had a very good week, and in the game against Oral Roberts, posted a double-double, had huge plays in overtime, including, the block that was necessary that led to the Brandon Pye three, the lay-in that followed, and, of course, the big rebound at the very end, controlling the ball to end the game.
Yeah, I don't know what all you can say about Zane. When he plays well, we tend to thrive, and he has become more and more consistent, and that's something that I know has been a concern to him, and it's been a concern to us. We've talked about it off and on all season. You can go back and look at the number of double-doubles he's had. You can look at the times that he rebounds the ball and plays that defense. His offense tends to kind of take care of itself. But the one thing about Zane that's gone a little bit unnoticed, when the ball's in his hands in the post, the ball's going in the hole. He is scoring the ball at an extremely high clip, and I want to say
it's about almost 70%.
I want to say he's right at 70%. That number 7 sticks out in my mind. That he's playing a very, very efficient game on the offensive side. Midway through conference, he was struggling a little bit and just kind of worked on his balance and got his confidence going again, and really started relying on the things that he does well, and that's that jump hook to the middle and a drop step to the rim. He's got those things working well for him right now.
Well, it's real interesting. You talk about Zane Knowles and his 70% shooting in conference play, in the lane. But then you have a young man who was 5 of 6 from three-point land this week, Brandon Pye, who's also shooting 70%, but he's shooting at about 12 feet behind that. He's hitting 70% of his threes in conference play. It's just astonishing.
It's pretty remarkable, and the thing that I'd say about Brandon is he's judicious. He doesn't take a lot of threes, and our team doesn't take a lot of threes, but the ones that he takes, they're in rhythm, and he's always ready to shoot it. And he's a guy that we said all along we need him to shoot the ball well for us. We've got some other guys that have shot the ball well also from the three-point line, but for a guy to shoot as many as he's taken in league play and shooting at that high percentage is just really remarkable.
Well, Coach, Houston Baptist is up next. We have them this Saturday and the following Saturday, back-to-back weeks, single-game weeks, chance to heal up a little bit as well. But I think the big thing about this upcoming game Saturday is a chance to get to 500 on your overall record for the year. And we had such a rough start, tough schedule, 3-10. Now we have a chance. That says a lot.
It does. And so it's a big game in a lot of respects. To get to 500 would be a milestone, a major milestone considering where we started. But not only that, it continues to put us in a good position for a seed in the conference tournament. And I don't know if we can close out the season in the fashion that we want, but we're certainly going to give our best effort. And should we be able to do that, maybe with some help from some other folks, we'd even have a chance to advance in the seeding, which could be a big, big deal. The first couple teams get that double bye in the conference tournament. So when you only have to win 2 games to get the NCAA tournament, it could be a big, big advantage for you.
Well, Coach, it's been an exciting week. Coach, good luck.
Thank you.
When we come back, we have a special feature on Islander women's basketball player Jasmine Shaw. More to come on Islanders Insider.
For the remainder of the 2013-2014 season, Islanders basketball is offering a new Friends and Family 4-pack promotion for Saturday games on Stripes Court at the American Bank Center. For just $44, fans get 4 sodas, 4 hot dogs, and 4 tickets to an Islanders men's and women's basketball doubleheader. This is the perfect opportunity to show your support for your hometown team in their pursuit of conference titles. That's 4 tickets to an Islanders basketball doubleheader, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $44. Visit GoIslanders.com or call 825-BALL to purchase your Friends and Family 4-pack today. That's 825-BALL. Go Islanders!
Welcome back to Islanders Insider. This time we have a special feature brought to you by Teddy Medina on Islanders athlete Jasmine Shaw, focusing on her great efforts as of late for women's basketball.
Jasmine Shaw has played a large role in the Islanders women's basketball team's success this season, serving as a leader for the team and a mentor for younger players.
Jazz, I love Jazz. She's a great person and a great player, and I feed off of her. When her game is going, my game is going. So I love her as a player and a person. She's great.
I think she's done an awful lot of things for us in statistical categories, but she's done even more in our locker room. She's done more as a leader. She's done a tremendous job of taking a whole bunch of new players and helping them mesh into a team. She has primarily been our role model for our freshmen. She has been a good big sister for our transfers, and I just think she's had a tremendous senior year, and that was our goal when we brought her in, for her to have a tremendous senior year.
That's kind of hard. I guess I've always been a leader. I mean, I don't talk much, but I guess a lot of people always look up to me, and I mean, I give good advice to them, so just trying to help them out what I learned from older people, so basically just giving back.
Shaw was one of the Islanders' newcomers leading into the season, signaling the reuniting of Coach Chadwick and Shaw after their time at Marshall.
Well, I know what Jasmine is capable of doing, and she really has come into her own. But more than that, I know the quality of person that she is. And when it's all said and done, that weighs a whole lot more than the 28 and 26 she gets every night. She's a great young lady, outstanding leader for your team. I'd recruit her again if I had the opportunity. I just think she's everything you want in a student athlete at this level.
It's been good. I think it's been my best season with them, honestly. I mean, Marshall wasn't a big impact on the team, so I feel like I am here, so it feels good.
Shaw's strong skill set of scoring and passing has helped her teammates succeed throughout the season.
I feel like I've grown a lot. You know, the beginning of the season, it took me a while to find myself, and then, you know, I started playing like how I used to play, you know, my normal self, I guess I'll say, and went through a little slump for a little while, but, you know, the coaches was talking to me, so I came back. And I guess reality is just hitting in that these are my last 7 games, so I got to, you know, play. No more games for my career, so I'm just trying to play at my best ability.
Well, it opens up the middle for sure, so where they're not having to double down on us post and get us to get our opportunities as well as get theirs, because when they do start doubling down, it's leaving them wide open.
Being a fresh face in the conference, Shaw has provided the challenge for the rest of the Southland, one that the Islanders are hoping will lead them to the Southland Conference Tournament.
Yeah, it benefited me a lot because I wasn't in the conference last year, so they don't know what I really can do. So each game I could bring something different. So I think it's an advantage for me, but I still play hard no matter what the competition is or the level.
She's not a big talker. She's not a rah-rah girl, but she's begun to use her voice, and you know, she has a commanding presence on the court for all of our young players, and when she talks, they listen. She's just really come into her own, and I think these next games are going to be spectacular opportunities for her to finish her senior year the way every senior wants to finish.
For Islanders Insider, I'm Teddy Medina. We'll be right back.
It's the countdown to Katy. Southland Conference basketball teams are fighting for a chance to play in the Merrill Center. A league title and a bid to the big dance will be on the line. The action begins March 12th. Visit southland.org/Katy or Ticketmaster.com and start your countdown to Katy.
Welcome back to Islanders Insider. At this time, we're going to talk some Islanders women's basketball with the head coach of the program, Coach Royce Chadwick. How you doing, Coach?
I'm good, Stephen. How are you?
Well, quite good, as a matter of fact. Maybe not as good as you, though. What a great week it was for Islander women's basketball. 2 big wins over 2 very strong teams that came into the American Bank Center. First Central Arkansas, and then Oral Roberts. But his back-to-back wins jumped your team from 11th in the conference standings to a tie for 7th position. Now, right now, a win or a loss is crucial. You can go all kinds of different directions because of the way it is so log-jammed at this point.
Well, it's late February, and when you get to this point, you want to be playing your best basketball. We can check that box. We are playing as good as we can possibly play right now. Secondly, you want to have an opportunity to control your own destiny, and the whole thing for us has been have an opportunity to get into the tournament playing well. So we control our own destiny right now. We don't need any help from anybody else. If we take care of our business, we have an opportunity to go to Katy. That's all you can ask for, and we have to be prepared for Saturday. Plus, we have a week off. So we have an opportunity to let some people rest, hopefully get some of those bruises to heal up a little bit, get our ankles and our knees to not be quite as sore, and get ready to play on Saturday. So it's a good break at a good time for us.
There's no doubt. Now, going back to the Thursday night game, well, it's a back-to-back win back-to-back years you've had wins over Central Arkansas. So you've been a little bit of a thorn in their side over time here. But was it all defensive execution that held the Sugar Bears to no points to the first 2 media timeouts? I mean, over 9 minutes, they did not score. I don't think that's happened all year long to them.
Well, we are a team in transition. We have a lot of new people, and we are trying to mesh them together to get them to play team schemes. That takes a long time. That's why it's hard to turn a program around when you bring so many new players in. You have to play 5-on-5 defense. Up until February, we were playing 2-on-2, maybe 3-on-3 on a good night. We would have a hard time getting the other 2 players to make the read. Now we're in a situation where we are playing much better together. We are helping each other, we are helping the helper, and we are rotating to a spot on the floor when everybody is on the same page. So I thought we played very good team defense. Flip side, Central Arkansas plays the best team defense in the league, and so nobody could score. It was just a night of stand in the middle of the ring and just slug it out and hope that you get the last hit in, and we were fortunate enough to get that last hit in.
Walk us through the final play. The final play with the game tied. It just takes a bucket of 2 or 3 to get the victory. But walk us through the final play with Jasmine Shaw.
What we have tried to do during the year was we do a thing in practice called 2-minute game. And we put 2 minutes on the clock, make the score tied or up 2, down 2, and we play it out. We have given just about everybody on our team an opportunity to show, hey, when the game's on the line, give me the ball and I'll score. I think our best bets are Jasmine Shaw and Brittany Bomaloo. So we wanted to get the ball to Jazz and do the Michael Jordan thing. You know, we're going to give you the ball and get everybody else out of the way, and you go try to make us a play. And Kamisha Davis set an awesome screen for her, and Jazz did the Michael Jordan thing. She came down, dug the space, backed up, and that's a shot that Jasmine Shaw can make. And that's what we wanted to do. We told her, shoot a shot that you feel good about. And you said, we know you're going to make it. And we sent her out there, and we grabbed the other 3 and said, you better get this rebound. So, you know, we thought we had our bases covered.
That's great. Big win, obviously a huge win, but then it was the first win of the week. You had another game coming up on Saturday. That was against Oral Roberts. And the Oral Roberts matchup, well, I'm not too shabby in itself. Lots of threes were flying that day. All of a sudden, the ball just started to get in the air, and Brittany Bomaloo ended up draining 6 on her own. She had been struggling lately, getting maybe those quality looks from 3. Some defenses have been really keying on her. Did we do anything differently to free her up?
Well, yeah, we had a great promotion going on where we were handing out big cards that had 3s on them, and I think that our players feed off of our fans. We have some awesome fans. We have some people that when we couldn't beat anybody last year, they were there every single night. Now they're showing up, and we're giving them something to cheer about, and they certainly were cheering. Brittany got shut out in the UCA game. I don't know if Brittany has had 5 games in her lifetime where she did not score a point, and she was not happy. And so I think she spent that whole day and a half thinking, you know, somebody has to pay for the transgressions that happened to me on Thursday. But you have nights when your offense is just not there. Fortunately for her, she may be one of the most confident freshmen I've ever been around. She never gets her head down. She fights through adversity, and she was out there to play. And her mom was here, and I think she really wanted to play well. And fortunately for us, she was on and made a lot of things happen. You know, you beat the defending Southland Conference champion, and your leading scorer is a freshman. That bodes well for our future.
There's absolutely no doubt. Strong first half set really the tone for that game, but after leading by 21 in the second half, you know, they did kind of chip away and got it to within 8. Was there any concern at some point?
Well, I think they have a culture at Oral Roberts that they think they're going to win every night they play. They went to the NCAA tournament last year, so a lot of those players are back, and they know they are an NCAA caliber player because they've been there. Once you've been there, done that, you can overcome adversity a whole lot easier. Our program is in a transition from, oh my gosh, they hit a 3, we'll never score. And you know, we have had to really work with our players to say, we're not going to shut anybody out. Don't get your head down when they hit a big-time shot. And our young kids and our transfers, I think they think, well, that was a good shot, get out of the way, let's go. But some of our returnees still think, oh my gosh, here it comes, you know, here comes the flood. So we're still working on that.
Back-to-back weeks coming up against Houston Baptist. You have Saturday matchups for the next 2 weeks. They have won 4 of their last 6, including wins over Oral Roberts and Sam Houston. What should we expect from the Huskies?
Well, big-time post play. They got a post player that gets to the free throw line every other time she touches it, and then she scores when she doesn't get to the free throw line. So we have to do some things to slow her down. Secondly, they're going to be pressing us, getting after us, much like Lamar did. We're going to have to handle that. We're going to have to be an aggressive basketball team without fouling. Defensively, they attack you. Offensively, they attack you. Our defense has to be solid. We have to play team schemes, and we have to not put them at the free throw line. But the best thing for us is we don't play till Saturday, and we got some people that are really, really beat up. HBU doesn't play till Saturday, so they've got the same situation. But we're tied with them right now, and you wouldn't want it any other way. If we can beat them, we get to go to the tournament in their spot. If they can beat us, they get to go in our spot. That's certainly the way it could work out. So we get to play for an opportunity to go to the tournament, and you couldn't ask for anything more.
Coach, sounds great. Good luck this week.
Thank you very much, Stephen.
Coach Royce Chadwick joining us here once again in the locker room. When we come back, we'll bring you up to speed on what's next for Islanders athletics. You're watching Islanders Insider.
What's Massage Envy Spa? For me, it's healthy, it's affordable. He always wants
pain relief.
Right. And I want a healthier complexion. And now we can get a customized massage or a healthy skin facial.
At a really good price.
At a great price. And nothing feels better than that.
Customized massages and healthy skin facials, all at the perfect price. Start a healthy routine today with Massage Envy Spa.
Go, you'll see.
Welcome back to Islanders Insider. At this time, let's bring you up to speed on what's coming up for Islanders athletics. The schedule's a little lighter right now for Islanders basketball as the men's and women's teams will head to Houston Baptist for games on Saturday, February 22nd. The tip-off for the women at 3 o'clock. The men will follow at 7:30. Then the Huskies will return to the Coastal Bend the following Saturday, March 1st. That will be the annual homecoming game, with the women tipping off at noon at the Dugan Wellness Center and the men following at 7 o'clock downtown at the American Bank Center. Islanders baseball is a big weekend ahead with the Clayburgh Bank College Classic at Whataburger Field. The Islanders face BYU with a doubleheader at 3 on Thursday, then follows that with a Friday night contest against UTSA and Saturday night against TCU, both games slated for 7 o'clock. Scott Malone's squad then heads to San Marcos for a matchup with Texas State on Tuesday, February 25th at 6:30, and will follow that up with a trip to Waco to face Baylor on Wednesday, February 26th, also at 6:30. Islanders softball heads to San Antonio this weekend for the UTSA Mid-Major Classic. The Islanders will be joined by host UTSA along with Bryant and Nebraska-Omaha at the 3-day event. Men's tennis has a few big matches coming up, starting with a matchup at Texas on Sunday, February 23rd in Austin. That match starts at 6 o'clock and will be televised by the Longhorn Network. After that, the men will face UT Arlington here in Corpus Christi on Monday, February 24th. That match is slated to start at noon at the Thomas J. Henry Tennis Center. Islanders golf returns to the links for their lone home event of the season on Monday, February 24th and Tuesday, February 25th. Play starts both days at the Corpus Christi Country Club at 8 a.m. And finally, the track and field squads head to the Southland Conference Indoor Championships on Wednesday, February 26th and Thursday, February 27th. The championships will be held in Birmingham, Alabama. Once again, we want to thank Willis Wilson and Royce Chadwick for joining us here in the locker room. We also thank Teddy Medina for his feature on Islanders women's basketball player Jasmine Shaw. And of course, thanking you for joining us as well today. I'm Stephen King. From the locker room, this has been Islanders Insider.